Hi YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this, which is the Hello Kitty wearing a Deadmau5 hat. Okay, so the first thing that you do is cut yourself a string. It doesn't have to be too long. This right here is our pattern, what we're going to start out with. So I can cut one long enough for that pattern to go. That's probably good right there. Okay, and then you just start stringing the beads on exactly how they are. We'll just start on this side. Okay, so you take the two pink ones, and then you put both of the strings together and put this one on both strings. Okay, then you separate them, put the next two on, one on each string, then you put them back together and put one on the middle. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. That's how you do this sort of pattern. Now, these right here are the eyes. The tops of the eyes up in the Deadmau5 hat, so when you put them on, you need to make sure they stay on the bottom. So we'll put the pink one on the top string, the white one on the bottom string, and then this white one in the middle, both strings. Okay, now I have to go find out which is my top string, so I can put this pink one on the top string and this white one on the bottom string, just to make sure they're right. Then one on both, okay, then one pink one on each, then one pink one on both again, and then another one where we have to make sure the white's on the bottom, so separate your strings. Okay, so pink on top, white on bottom, and then one white in the middle on both, then the pink one on the top, white on the bottom. Let's make sure that worked. Yep, it did. Okay, good. Now, get your strings back even. Mine always go crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, then one pink one on both, and then one on each side, one on both, and one on each side. Alright, now you should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to tighten it and just tie it off. Alright, okay, and then once you're done, that's what you should have. Just get rid of those strings. And the next thing that we're going to do is cut a pretty long string. This is going to do the ears on both sides with the same string. So I don't really measure it, I just kind of cut. This is going to be pretty long. I mean, not like way long, but long enough. And then what we're going to do is right here is the middle of the hat. So we're just going to start the stringing through right there. So string your string through right there and make it even. So you have about the same amount on each side. Okay, and then you're going to want to string it right through this one next to it. Just like this. And then this one on top of this white one right here. Okay, that's where it'll start. Right in these three spots, we're just going to string on pink ones. Just normal peyote stitching, okay? Okay, and then pull it through. Make sure that you're not grabbing your other strings. This is kind of long and weird. Okay. Now we'll just pull it through. So it looks like this. Okay, and then we're just going to do the very same thing on the next side. So just like we did right here, we're going to come through this one and that one with this string. And then we're just going to string on pink ones. So we do the starting above the eye, and then this one, then the next one. Okay, so now we've got the first section of his ears. I'm going to move this over here so I can kind of see what's going on. Because I've only ever made one of these, so I kind of have to look at it still to see like what goes where next. Okay, so now that we're there, Alright, now we'll just start back over on this side, and you just take a pink bead and you string it on, and then you're going to put it through this bead right here that we strung on last time. Okay, and then we're going to take a next bead and put it on, and string it through this next one, and the same thing through this next one right here. Okay, and then you're going to want to make sure these stay tight while you're doing this, so pull the strings tight as you go, or else they'll be all floppy and flimsy. Okay, very same thing on this side. Next 3 beads over. Put one on and put it through that one. And put it through this one right here. And this one. Okay, then get it pulled tight. Alrighty. Now we'll just use the string since we're already here, and do the next section of ear. So we just keep going along like normal, put 1 bead on, and then put it through this last one that we just strung through right here. Okay, and then put the next one on, and go, and then the next one. So these rows are kind of just 3 at a time for the start. Okay. Make sure we get it pulled tight through here as we go, so that nothing happens there. Okay, and then we'll just keep going on this one. I guess that's easier. But the last, let me make sure how many rows left. Okay, so this is the last row of his ear. So instead of putting a bead on, we're just going to put the string straight through this one right here. And then we're going to put 1 bead on, put it through the next one, and then put on the other bead. Put it through the next one. Okay, and then that's going to make the top of his ear. But also, like I said, make sure we pull this tight or else it's not going to. Okay, and then we're just going to go to this side and do the very same thing that we did. Okay, so put a bead on, put it through the one that we string last, another bead, put it through that next one, another bead, put it through this next one. Okay, pull tight, always got to pull tight. Okay, and then skip this one. This is the top of his ear. We'll skip it. Put 1 through. Put through the next one. Put 1 more through. Put it through the next one. And then pull tight. Just grab it out of there and just pull tight. That ear will look really weird if you don't pull it tight. Seriously. It'll look really weird. Okay, now this is what we have to do to get back down to the middle so we can tie it off. Is go down through this bead right here. Just bring your string down through that one. Okay. And then take it down through this white one right here. And put it through. And then put it through this pink one on the top right here. This is a little bit of backtracking, but okay, then put it through this pink one right here. If I can get it. Okay, make sure it stays tight the whole time you're doing it, and it looks really weird if you don't. And then up through this middle one right here. My goodness, I can't get it. Okay, that middle one right there. Okay, and then like I said, very same thing. Put this through this one right here. Make sure that stays tight right there. Down through the white one. Through this pink one. And that pink one. I guess through both of those pink ones. And then you have the meeting point right here. So we're just going to tie it right there. Cut off the extra. There's too much string. Make sure it's all tight and everything is good. And then just tie it. And then, once you're all done with that, you've got the whole top of his ears. Okay, so we're partially the way there. So the rest is going to be super easy. It's just peyote stitching. There's only a few areas where it's kind of weird, but the rest is super easy. It's nothing like the pacman if you saw that one. This is super easy. So then we're here. Okay, now let's get, this time we're going to need a pretty long string, because we're going to try to do all the rest of them just with the same string. But if you have to, tie it off in the middle if you run out of string and then start over, that's fine too. Now we're going to start right here in the middle. This is where we always start because it's a lot easier to gauge like that.